Good morning, beloved learners. Welcome to Black Slides. Black Slides is a free online service that offers science education to candidates aspiring to sit for exams, be it MANEB exams or Cambridge exams, depends on where or which curriculum you are pursuing. So if this is the first time you have visited this channel, I must welcome all of you to the channel. For the time being, consider subscribing to the channel so that every time I upload a new video, you become the first to know. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell to signal you every time I upload a new video. So welcome to MSCE Biology. We are going to dwell today on a biology topic, MSCE biology topic called excretion. Remember that one of the characteristics of living things or living organisms is excretion. All right, so we shall delve into the definition of the term excretion. To start with, we shall define excretion as the removal of toxic metabolic waste products from the bodies of living things, including human beings. The products of excretion are called excretory products, while the organs used to remove them are called excretory organs. All right, in our bodies, there are many activities taking place. These activities together or cumulatively are called metabolism. Metabolism is just a group of chemical reactions taking place in the body. Remember that metabolism can be anabolic or catabolic. Okay, some chemical reactions involve synthesis of substances or building up of substances in the body. One such example of a substance that is being synthesized in our bodies is glycogen, which is synthesized in the liver. All right, but also there are some substances being broken down to form new ones. For example, respiration, a process in which glucose is being broken down into carbon dioxide and water, and in the process energy is made. So these processes, apart from benefiting the body, they produce waste. Which, if not removed from the body, they would cause problems to the body. They can culminate into serious problems such as diseases, for example. Or some of them can lead to death if they accumulate in excess. So there is need for our bodies to eliminate these waste products from our bodies, and the process by which that is done is called excretion. It's called excretion. So define excretion. You may be required to define the term excretion. We shall define excretion in this topic or lesson as the removal, the way of getting rid of the toxic metabolic waste products from the bodies of living organisms. Although we are going to dwell much on the humans, and the products that are excreted, are called excretory products. While the organs that carry out this job are called excretory organs. So in humans, in our bodies, the main excretory organs include the kidney, removes substances such as urea, or some prefer to say urea, excess salts, as well as excess water. So, some metabolic processes in the human body produce toxic substances such as urea. Remember that urea is a chemical given by the formula CONH2 subscript 2. If this is allowed to accumulate in the body, it can cause serious problems. So there must be a mechanism to remove it from the body. And that job is done by a specialized organ which is called kidney, a kidney. A human being has two kidneys which work complementarily to remove excess urea, excess salts. If too much salt accumulates in the body, it can lead to problems such as hypertension or what you call high blood pressure. So this is supposed to be removed. And also water, too much water can cause problems in the body. One of the problems could be bursting of cells, for example. All right, so the body has a pair of kidneys to remove these substances, urea, excess salts, and the excess water. Another one is the skin. The skin also is a channel through which waste such as urea can be removed, urea, salts, and the water through a process called sweating. So when you sweat, your body is, by the way, eliminating substances that would otherwise become toxic if they were allowed to accumulate in the body, namely urea, salts, and the water. Another one is the lungs. Remember that the lungs form a respiratory surface in humans. So the lungs are designed to eliminate from the body a very toxic gas, which is called carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide doesn't have to accumulate in the body, otherwise it will lead to the formation of an acid called carbonic acid, which would be fatal to the human body. And then the liver is the fourth one, which eliminates wastes which are called biopigments. Right, these two should never be allowed to accumulate in the body, so there must be a step forward to remove them from the body. All right, so if they ask you, make sure in an exam you know what wastes are removed by each excretory organ. All right, so they can ask you name any 2 excretory products eliminated by the kidney, the skin, the lungs, or the liver. So make sure you know this table very well, so that you shouldn't miss on any simple question that requires you to say or to name the excretory product excreted by any named organ. All right, so very, very important. All right, so what are some sources of the major excretory wastes or products in the human body? And the organs used to remove them are shown here. All right. Okay, so urea, which I said is CONH2, is removed from the body by kidneys and the skin. The source of urea is a process called deamination. Remember, deamination is the removal of excess proteins. If your body has excess proteins, these will be removed by a process called deamination. It takes place in the liver. So a process called deamination removes excess proteins. So the proteins, when deaminated, the excess proteins, when deaminated, will form urea. So urea is toxic, highly toxic, and therefore must never be allowed to accumulate in the body. So it is removed either through the skin or the kidneys. Another one is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is removed in the lungs, and the source of carbon dioxide is cellular respiration. Remember that during respiration, carbon dioxide, water, and the energy are produced. So the carbon dioxide must never be allowed to accumulate in the body. It should be removed. Otherwise, if not removed, it would lead to the formation of carbonic acid, which would be destructive to the body cells. All right, so once again, if this is the first time you have visited the channel, consider subscribing to the channel so that you don't miss on any vital lessons that I post. For the time being, let me leave you, wishing you all the best. This is just an introductory lesson to the topic called excretion. When we meet again, we shall continue looking at excretion, to look at the details of excretion done by the kidney. My name once again is Mr. Paul Chilola. Thank you. Bye-bye for now.